Well, guys, the Kansas City Chiefs once again prove why they're one of the best teams in football, why they have the best quarterback in all of football, the best player potentially in all of football, in Patrick Mahomes. But man, if you are a Raiders fan, what the hell could you have done to win this football game, guys? The Raiders did everything they could to win it, and at the end of the day, they lost because of how clutch Patrick Mahomes and that Chiefs offensive unit is towards the end. But kudos, got to give a lot of kudos to the Oak for both the I was gonna say Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, and the Kansas City Chiefs. Though these two teams played their asses off tonight. They put on one hell of a show. It's been a good week of football, but these two teams put on one hell of a show. Sunday night, America's game. This is what it's all about. Great game by both these two teams. But yes, the Kansas City Chiefs ended up winning this football game, and man, you just can't help but just be in awe of this football team and Patrick Mahomes. And I understand they're 9-1 now, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are 10-0. But I'm sorry, the Kansas City Chiefs are the better football team. Kansas City is better than Pittsburgh. Kansas City is just better than Pittsburgh, in my opinion. I think they got the offense to score on almost any defense in the league. Their defense, even though it's not the greatest in the world, they got more. They got the talent that's on that defense. The star parts on the defense, I think, can help them eclipse whatever their ranking is on the defensive side of the ball. This is just a complete football team. Great coaching, great management, great front office. Just everything about this football team is all good and all. But again, this team just feels damn near unbeatable. And it's just these ways. The Raiders, they beat them the first time. The Raiders won the first game. Pretty much, I think they didn't, in my opinion, I feel like they just completely outplayed the Chiefs. But this game was just, it was back and forth. You felt like the Raiders at some point had the control of this game. Matter of fact, they actually did have the control of this game, and they just lost it. And I don't know. I don't know if you can just be mad at the it's just Patrick Mahomes. It's the Chiefs. This is what they do. But just quickly talking about this game, guys. Derek Carr was extremely efficient for the Oakland Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders. Derek Carr, he's been pretty efficient for the most part. He's played like a top 10 quarterback. I feel like John Gruden has pretty much revamped what Derek Carr is now, and he's become more confident. He has more faith, more trust in the playbook and the process. Nelson Aguilar, ever since he's joined this Raiders unit, he's played with an extreme confidence about him. He's catching the football. That's been one of his biggest criticisms since living Philadelphia, is that he just can't catch. And now, right, he's catching some of the most difficult passes imaginable, right? He's making huge plays. He's becoming a phenomenal route runner for them. He's just becoming a more complete receiver since being on this team. Darren Waller continues to impress even after with this game with over, I think, 80-something yards. He's one of the best tight ends in all of football. Defensively for the Raiders, you can make an argument that was the reason why they lost, because they just weren't as impressive they were when they played the Chiefs the first time. I feel like this game plan, they played a little bit more conservatively. I think they ran a 4-2-5 defense this football game. I don't know what they ran the first time they played the Chiefs, but I think they ran a 4-2-5 in this game. At least that's what it looked like. Could be wrong. But it seemed like they played a little bit more conservative. They did, constantly rush forward, but it just seemed like they just kind of played a little conservative. They didn't run a lot of exotic blitzes. It seems like they were kind of afraid to send that pressure to Mahomes, or maybe it's just Mahomes evading the rush. Maybe it's just this offensive line with Mitchell Schwartz and Fisher leading the charge. Maybe it's just that damn good. Either way, this Chiefs offense pretty much outclassed this Raiders Raiders defensive front, and Tyreek Hill was able to make plays. Travis Kelce was extremely clutch today with over 100 yards. He was able to come up, make some extremely huge plays for the Chiefs. Demarcus Robinson was able to make plays as well. Le'Veon Bell had his first rushing touchdown. He was involved a little bit in the offense. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he keeps doing what he's been doing pretty much since the start of the season, and becoming that not little, I'm not talking about his size, of course, but has become that impactful player in the run game, even though they didn't run the ball extremely well today. Edwards had only 69 yards, but he did have some moments here and there where he kind of had an impact in this football game. But I don't know what you can do if you're Raiders, right? I don't think they had one turnover besides the one interception that Derek Carr threw when it was, again, he's just trying to make a play. He's trying to win the game. The game is like, 20-something seconds left. He's trying to make a play. Just couldn't do it in the end. But the Raiders were just extremely efficient. I would say the one thing that maybe cost them that was maybe time of possession in the fourth down conversions. Kansas City converted on 2 fourth down conversions. They were, I think they had a little bit more time of possession, and I think they just ran the football a little bit better. The Raiders, Josh Jacobs, he didn't have a great game today. He only averaged around 3.6 yards a carry. So I think that was the biggest factor here. I mean, again, the Raiders, Derek Carr was very, very efficient, and he pretty much shared the ball with in the entire receiving core damn near. But I don't know. Maybe it's the time of possession. Maybe it's the fact that the Raiders just didn't convert on enough third down conversions. I don't know what it was, man. But the Raiders did it. I mean, when you're going against this type of team like the Chiefs, it's the little things that you just got to do it just has to be right. They didn't have any major flaws. Maybe besides maybe the defensive side of the ball. Again, you can make an argument that defensively. I mean, that defensively they. I don't know. I don't know. I'm starting to think it was maybe the defense that kind of cost them again. They barely put any pressure on Mahomes. No, I'm just gonna say the defense. They barely put any pressure on Mahomes. Max Crosby didn't get really loose. I mean, yeah, I think that was the reason why they lost. They just couldn't really put a lot of pressure on Mahomes this game. And when you play against the Chiefs, you can't really play conservative. You got to play very, very aggressive. You got to go after Mahomes. And listen, and the problem with playing against the Chiefs is that they got so many weapons that if you play too aggressive, they're gonna make you pay. But if you play too conservative, they're gonna make you pay. So it's kind of pick your poison. The Raiders kind of look like they went with more of a conservative plan, or again, the Chiefs offensive line just played that damn good as far as pass protection, and they were able to slide and make adjustments to what the defense was giving them as far as the looks. But man, I don't know, just a great game. The Raiders almost pulled this thing away. If the Raiders defense was able to get a stop with under 2 minutes, the Raiders obviously would have won this game. But it's just nothing really you can do. And I think the crappy part is that the division was in stake. Now, if the Raiders would have got this win, I still think that the Chiefs would have won the division. But just the fact that the Raiders would have won and this would have been their 7th win, especially when you're in a conference that almost everyone has 6 wins, right? You're fighting the Bills, you're fighting the Dolphins, you're fighting the Browns, you're fighting the Ravens, the Patriots are still in the race. So the Colts are there. You're fighting a bunch of teams for that wild card spot or maybe a divisional crown, and this was just not a good loss. I mean, it kind of was a good loss because, you're going against one of the best teams in football. But as far as the record and trying to win the division and clinch a wild card spot, obviously you want the W, especially when you feel like you should have had it. But Patrick Mahomes, this offense, once again comes clutch. Patrick Mahomes proves why he's the best quarterback in football. And, I don't know if you can really hang your hat if you're a Raiders fan. I mean, this is just the Chiefs. This is Mahomes. You face him twice a year. It's hard to beat him twice. So congratulations to the Chiefs franchise, Chiefs organization for this W. Raiders fans, I mean, you guys got nothing to hang your hands on. I mean, this was just a good game overall-wise, but at the end of the day, the Chiefs were able to get the job done. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. If you guys like more, of my NFL Weekly content, especially if you want me to cover more of, both the Chiefs or maybe the Raiders, definitely hitting the like button, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell definitely helps out the channel a lot. Lets me know that you guys want some more NFL content, and I would definitely deliver it to you guys. So anyway, Jan716, aka Jan Sports. Have a good night. Peace.